Hello everyone. I wanted to make my first NBA 2K26 video about a move that I actually learned about and used quite a bit in NBA 2K25. And if you've seen any of my videos before, or if you watch them after this, you'll know that I tend to use hop jumpers quite a bit. And this move takes advantage of what I call the standstill hop jumper. And in fact, this move does not just apply to one single hop jumper package, but actually a bunch of them. And we're going to go through that now. So most people know hop jumpers in the moving sense, right? So we're moving in one direction, we hold right trigger, and then we initiate the hop jumper, and then it puts us into this moving shot that ends with a shot, right? You know, in the three, jumping out to the three. One of the best is the kind of step back hop jumper where we use our opponent's momentum against them. I have a video about both, granted in 2K25, but the principles of that still remain. Now, what this takes advantage of is again, what I call the standstill hop jumper. That's when we're standing still, and we hold right trigger again and initiate a hop jumper. So we go right trigger, hold right on the right stick, and we do this little moving hop into a shot. So it is a moving jumper in the sense that we are moving when we're taking it, but we start from a standstill. So we stand still, we go left now to the ball hand again, and we take that shot. Now, you can use this as a crossover. So we cross over to the left. Oops, I didn't mean to shoot that. But we cross over to the left, and we take that shot, right? Same thing to the right. We can do that. We can even potentially use this as a crossover animation, even if it's a little clunky. So it keeps doing that. So it's trying to use my regular crappy crossover. But we hold or right trigger, we go to the left, and then we can use it as this like way to gain space. I will say though that the normal 2 hop jumper, the normal 1 hop jumper, and in fact most hop jumpers don't really have a good set of standstill hop jumpers. But I'm going to talk about a few packages that do and how we can kind of use that to our advantage. Now, first things first, I want us to take a look at the build. And when we look at my build, we'll see that I only have 67 ball handle. Fact of the matter is, you could do this with like 40 ball handle or 45 ball handle. As long as you have access to like normal animations, you should be in pretty decent shape for what I'm going to talk about here. The other thing that you will need is, or the only thing you'll need is mid-range or 3-point shot, because that's what dictates which hop jumpers that you can use. Now I'll go through somewhat of a variety of hop jumpers, so depending on how much shooting that you have. These are hop jumpers, and they're not the only ones, but these are hop jumpers that have a standstill hop jumper, or part of a standstill hop jumper package that can be really useful. So I'm going to start, I think this is the lowest on my list, is Jimmy Butler. So if you remember, those hop jumper animations in normal 2, the standstill ones, were kind of like, okay, shuffle to the left, shuffle to the right. They looked almost the exact same. Well, now that we have the Jimmy Butler package equipped, let's look at what happens when we institute the hop jumper to the left. We have this slightly different animation, one that Jimmy Butler does in real life. Let's see it going to the right. And again, it's this different hop jumper animation that makes more space and looks just different. To me, it looks a lot more fluid too. So let's try a cross going to the right. And see, he has that little hesitation, and then he hops, and then he makes a ton of space going to the right. Let's do the same thing, cross going to the left. And again, he has a little hesitation, and then a hop going to the left. Now, these jumpers alone aren't necessarily going to get you much space or get you an open shot, but if we combine this with a series of dribble moves, or even just 1 or 2, so cross over, cross right, and then go here, we can essentially kind of lure the opponent into a not a false sense of security, but we can lure them to lean one way or the other, and then bam, we do the hop jumper in that direction. Crossover right, behind the back left, or sorry, other way around. But then we cover a lot of ground, relatively speaking, at a time when the opponent is probably playing hands-up defense. They're not necessarily going to be ready to jump at your shot. But we can combine this with a bunch of stuff, or with some dribble moves, and we create that shot. Now, I'm not saying that this is always going to be an open shot 100% of the time, but I have pretty good, I have a pretty good success rate with using these. Again, it doesn't work every single time, but it is different enough that people aren't really looking for it, right? And if they are defending, in my experience, at that point, they are playing hands up, or they're trying to body you. But they're not generally ready to jump at a shot, at least when they see the animations that you're pulling out. They might be ready to jump at this shot, off the behind the back, but then they aren't necessarily ready to jump at the shot going to the right after you've initiated that behind the back. So that's Jimmy Butler. He's available at 77 shooting, I think, so pretty decent. Next up is going to be Andrew Wiggins, who again also has a couple of nice standstill jumpers. He's available at 79. And so we can see again, the same principle remains, where we can combo up, and then he has a special hop jumper, a couple of special hop jumpers that you can take off the dribble. Now, some of them, as you can see with that one, are going to be the same. So not every player has special standstill hop jumpers, and even those that do, don't always have them going in a particular direction. But Wiggins does with his cross like that, so going left, or having the ball in your left hand and crossing to your right. He has that animation. He has, if the ball is in your, I'm lagging, if the ball is in your left hand and you go back into the left, he does that little step back like that. Yeah, I think he might have a couple other ones. But the overall idea remains, right? We combo this with a couple of dribble moves, and then we flow right into that hop jumper with the goal of catching our opponent off guard, making sure that they don't know what we're doing. And you'll find that oftentimes you will have a relatively wide open shot, and even ones that don't necessarily feel like they're open because the defender isn't necessarily ready to go hands up or to contest at that point in time. So that's the Andrew Wiggins hop jumper. But really, the best hop jumper package for this kind of moveset is going to be Devin Booker. So much so that I made sure that when I had this build, I could use this hop jumper package. This is because he pretty much has a standstill hop jumper going in every direction and any kind of cross you can imagine. But mostly for this animation right here. Ball is in the left hand, hold right trigger, hold right stick, and that animation right there, that crossover to the right into a jump shot. One, it's really fast, and opponents have a hard time contesting it. Two, it makes up a lot of ground, so we basically start in the same spot, or we shoot in the same spot that we started, despite having a behind the back. But probably in my eyes, the most useful thing is that it can be used as a crossover. So if we let go of the right stick before we go into the shot, we can very cleanly flow into a drive. So hesitation right, cross the right with that, and we have that. Because you can chain this into because you can change this into a drive, this allows you to be super, super dynamic with how you do things. Because, all right, let's say you have done that once or twice. You have used the actual jumper itself a couple of times. So the opponent is looking for it. You know they're looking for it. You do your combo again. And now when they jump, or when they're trying to contest you, you cross, you cancel it, and then you flow into a better looking shot, basically. Now with D-Book, you have a bunch of options to go with. That was user error right there. Because he does have hop jumper animations going in each direction. So ball's in the right, I'm going to cross over to the left, and he has that one. He has that kind of after the hesitation right, he has that. So if we go just, yeah, like that. That animation is really solid. So yeah, there's a variety of things that you can do here, kind of creating in a telephone booth where you're moving around quite a bit, but you're pulling in ways that the defense isn't really expecting you to be pulling from, because it's just not a very common animation. Now, what's nice is that, yes, you indeed can use this from the three-point line, and I'm going to be a little bit in front of it. But once you kind of get used to the ground that you cover, so I think if we start it from about here, right there, even though I messed up the timing there, you see that we can indeed use this from the three-point line. This is in Pro-Am, so this is like, you know, the highest difficulty. Again, I messed it up there. But especially if you have a higher three-point shot than me, I only have 78, you'll be able to do this fairly easily or fairly regularly. So that's the Standstill hop jumper. Again, you know, I really don't have a whole lot of ball handle here, so the fact, and again, the fact that I'm messing it up, don't let that discourage you. But the fact that I don't have a whole lot of ball handle, yet I am able to make these shots and everything, is one thing that you can add to your bag, right? You don't necessarily want to do this every time, nor do you necessarily need to do it every time. But having the ability to chain these moves together, having this as a backup, has helped me in many a late shot clock situation. Getting used to the muscle memory or just the overall concept or rhythm behind it is pretty much all you need to do. Spend a little bit of time in my court or in the Pro-Am, whatever, practicing, and you'll have this move to add to your bag. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to have a quick little showing of me on a 40 ball handle, like build in the tester, and I'll show you how this still really works, even with only 40 ball handle and minimum speed with ball. In the description below, there is a link to join up with my Discord server. It is primarily a PC server. We have a couple of people, I think, who have it on console or who have played on console, but it is a primarily PC server. But anybody is welcome to join. We do in-houses, we talk about the game, we talk about discoveries that we've made, and so on. So if you're interested in joining, go ahead and click on the link in that description. I'll have that brief clip at the end showing the build with 40 ball handle and how it can be used as or with the Devin Booker hop jumper. And yeah, I hope you're able to add this to your bag. I hope to see this in the park a little bit more. And I will see you next time.